Hey there. So, this is Dreamy Pisces. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm gonna try not to touch my hair that much. I noticed that I touch my hair a lot, so that's something that I need to stop doing because it even bothers me when I rewatch the video. But how you doing? Thank you for stopping by to spend some time with me. I wanted to talk to you today about togetherness. And that is togetherness between human beings, not just your immediate family, but just connecting with the people that you see on the street every day, which is really a miraculous experience that we don't really realize, that we are alive and that we exist with everything else that is alive. Anything that's alive and that exists, we are connected to those things, and that is trees, the birds, other people, the ground. I'm not talking about cement. I'm not talking about brick and mortar that builds houses. I'm not talking about vehicles or cell phones or laptops or watches and purses. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real live things that are being given life through something inwardly, spiritually. And it's a love that's being pumped. It's not matter or things that are created with hands. So I want to talk about that type of love and togetherness and why it's important to connect with people, with human beings, and to connect with nature. One thing I wanted to share with you is just kind of a reality of where we're all headed. We never know when we're going to get there, but it is a given that it's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to happen to us, but that is a guarantee in this life that we will experience this. So the question is, once we experience that, that means we are no more. So what are we doing with the experience that we had before this? Well, if you couldn't see it, I don't know if how it recorded, but those are gravestones. Those are landmarkings of people that once were, and they go for miles and miles, and it's hundreds and hundreds of them. Probably thousands of graves that were people. So what are you doing with your chance to live? You know, because you are like, you're breathing, you can blink your eyes, you are here, you're present, but you also have this inner rich life as well. But what are you doing with your time? Are you taking your time to every day wake up with a sense of thankfulness, but also a sense of urgency that you must do something in the world to change it and to make it a better place? Are you asking yourself, what can I do this week? What can I do today to make the world a better place, to make people feel appreciated and encouraged? You know, when you give that off, and you give it off freely and genuinely, but in order to really give that off, that type of like love for your brothers and sisters of all races, humanity, we're talking about humans, man and woman. When you get out of the box, when you get out of the box in here and in here, and then in turn in here, your voice is out of the box and you're able to love yourself. You have to work on yourself. You have to work on yourself so that you can love out there, so that you don't have to go to another funeral and say, man, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. God, I should have said something. I should have did this. I should have did that. I should have loved. I should have been nicer. Nah. When you get to a point inside of yourself where you're at peace and you love yourself and you love others and you give of your time, your efforts and your gifts and your talents that have been given to you, and you put those things back out there into the atmosphere. You don't just hold on to that stuff. When someone passes, you realize that their journey is over, and it's, as much as it hurts. But I look at death, this quote unquote thing that is called death, I look at it a lot different now. I used to be scared of death, very much scared of death. Now I feel that death of the body, because the body will decompose, but I feel like that's just a transition for the spirit into something else. And I'm not really afraid anymore like I used to be. You know, I just feel like death is a part of life. So if we know that the inevitable is coming, which will cut us off from family, friends, associates, co-workers, and just people that we see every day on the street, if we know that that's coming, then what are we doing today to maximize the time that we have with people? You know, to maximize connections. When somebody comes into a room and they say, hey, how are you? You say, hey, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Not, hey, how are you? That creates death. That attitude, we have to heal. When you heal on the inside, when somebody comes in the room and they say, hey, how are you? You say, hey, how are you? You know, why not? Why? What's the need for the attitude? I have let it go. All that stuff doesn't mean nothing. It's about here and then helping. Heal your heart, heal your mind, heal others. That's what it's about. And, you know, and also have the courage of a lion and a lioness. Have your feet, your roots planted deep, so when the wind blows, you can't blow over. You have to know how to be sensitive and open, but also strong and protected and guarded. And like, if you come over here, you know, you have to have both. You have to have balance. You have to be inner peace. But when it's time to take care of business, you take care of business. When it's time to laugh, you laugh. But one thing is, don't be controlled. Because you are in control of you. Peace.